this country, it isn't going to cost you 1 cent. All you have to do is sign this little scrap of paper, and you get your bottle absolutely free.
I hereby turn over to Ism Incorporated everything I have, including my freedom and the freedom of my children and my children's children, in return for which said Ism promises to take care of me forever.
Pardon me. Pardon me.
And who are you, my good man?
I'm John.
My freedom and the freedom of my children and my children's children, in return for which said Ism promises to take care of me forever.
And don't forget, folks, when you goes to the polls today, a vote for Popeye means free ice cream for all the kiddies.
All right, men, step right over here and get your free cigars.
And what we needs is bigger elephants in all our zoos. Oh, my gosh.
Now, just remember your old pal Bluto at the polls today, fellers. And there's an extra cigar for each and every vote you give me. Yes, sir.
And furthermore, I promises 2 cans of spinach for every pot. Here's me past record, folks, which speaks for itself.
You double-crosser. Steal my voters, will you?
Come on, Bert.
We really can't blame you. You see, Bert is a very, very careful fellow. When there's danger, this is the way he keeps from being hurt. Sometimes it even saves his life. That's why these children are practicing to duck and cover just as you do in your school. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for
Oh,
it, just
Jesus.
as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time. Fire is a danger. It can burn whole buildings if someone is careless. But we are ready for fire. We have a fine fire department to put out the fire. And you have fire drills in your school so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous too. They sometimes cause bad accidents, but we are ready. We have safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey. Now, we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb. First, you have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes. You will know when it comes.
When
You
you're
won't know when
dead.
it comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this. There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen. If you are not ready and did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways. It could knock you down hard, or throw you against a tree or a wall. It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town. But if you duck and cover like Bert,
I don't
you
know
will
where
be
I'm
much
going with
safer.
this drawing.
You know how bad sunburn can feel. The
I
atomic
have
bomb
no
can
idea
hurt
where I'm
worse,
going with this
worse than
drawing.
a terrible sunburn, especially where you're not covered. Now, you and I don't have shells to crawl into like Bert the Turtle, so we have to cover up in our own way.
Just gonna do
First, you
shapes.
duck, and then you cover. And very tightly, you cover the back of your neck with your face. Duck and cover underneath a table or desk or anything else close by. In Betty's school, they are talking about the atomic bomb, too. Betty is asking her teacher, how can we tell when the atomic bomb may explode? And her teacher is explaining that there are two kinds of attack, with
Hmm,
warning and without any warning.
damn it.
We think that most of the time we will be warned before the bomb explodes, so there will be time for us to get into our homes, schools, or some other safe place. Our civil defense workers and our men in uniform will do everything they can to warn us before enemy planes can bring a bomb near us. You may be in your schoolyard playing when the signal comes. That signal means to stop whatever you are doing and get to the nearest safe place fast. Always remember, the flash of an atomic bomb can come at any time.
Hey, how's it going?
You might be out playing at home when the warning comes. Then be sure to get into the house fast, where your parents have fixed a safe place for you to go. If you are not close to home when you hear the warning, go to the nearest safe cover. Know where you are to go, or ask an older person to help you. You know the places marked with the S sign? They're safe places to go when you hear the alarm. If there is a warning, you will hear it before the bomb
Hey.
explodes. But sometimes, and this is very, very important, sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning. Then the first thing we would know about it would be the flash. And that means duck and cover fast, wherever you are. There's no time to look around or wait. Be like Bert. When there is a flash, duck and cover, and do it fast. Here are some older boys showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom.
a very tired Daffy holding some coffee. Yeah.
Tony knows that it helps to get to any kind of cover. This wall was close by, so that's where he ducked and covered.
Let's see.
Tony knew what to do. Notice how he keeps from moving or from getting up and running? He stays down until he is sure the danger is over. The man helping Tony is a civil defense worker. His job is to help protect us when there is danger of the atomic bomb. We must obey the civil defense worker. We must know how to duck and cover in the school bus or in any other bus or streetcar. Duck and cover. Don't wait. Duck away from the windows fast. The glass may break and fly through the air and cut you. Sundays, holidays, vacation time, we must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes. Duck and cover. This family knows what to do, just as your own family should. They know that even a thin cloth helps protect them. Even a newspaper can save you from a bad burn. But the most important thing of all is to duck and cover yourself, especially where your clothes do not cover you. No matter where we live, in the city or the country, we must be ready all the time for the atomic bomb. Duck and cover. That's the
Duck
first thing
and
to do.
cover.
Duck and cover.
Duck
The next
and
important
cover.
thing to do after that is to stay covered until the danger is over. Yes, we must all get ready now, so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us. If you do not know just what to do, ask your teacher when this film is over. Discuss what you could do in different places if a bomb explodes. Older people will help us as they always do, but there might not be any grown-ups around when the bomb explodes. Then, you're on your own.
Remember what to do, friends. Now tell me right out loud. What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
Duck and cover. And cover. And cover. Can you please draw Sylvester and his girlfriend singing on Moonlight Bay? Well, I don't I don't want to keep doing commissions and stuff. But yeah, I'll see. I'll draw Sylvester. I'll let me do Daffy first, 'cause that's the first thing that came up. Hey, how's it going? My mic's low. All right, hold on 1 second. Thank you. But if I go like this, is this better? Let's see. You working on any new projects? I know you were getting your stuff submitted, right? To festivals. Yeah, someone told me to draw Daffy tired and then holding some coffee, so I'm gonna do that one, and then I re I have a feeling that this is gonna start to turn into I'm just gonna be drawing what people tell me to draw on my free time. These days, just doing some. Well, that I know it's everything's I've been seeing has gotten real bad in the job wise in the industry. People, I all I see is people posting looking for work. It's very scary. Sometimes I always imagine Daffy just so freaking tired at the end of each day. How he's sitting on the couch drinking coffee. Yeah. Yeah, he would be. He'd be tired after being manic all day. 8 months. Well, I'm sure things have got to start turning around soon, I think. Right? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm used to Boston Animation where all it was, not all it was, but the majority of the jobs that we were doing or that I was doing there was commercial work, so there was always something coming up. But it is really stressful when like everything comes down to like just a few companies greenlighting projects or not, and then all of a sudden everyone's out of work. Yeah, oh, thank you so much. SLSTSLM64 Productions. Thank you. Oh, you did? Well, that's awesome. It'll probably be closer to the end of the year when it'll sell publicly. Some festivals won't. Yeah, everyone should be like, really excited to see that. I've I've been able to see some stuff for anything that you posted in like the group chat. Sometimes I'll take a look like in there to see, and everything that I've seen so far looks awesome. I can't wait to. It would be awesome to see it in like a theater. Yeah, it's a bit disheartening, but it won't last forever. Yeah, I'm hoping it won't. I really am hoping it won't. Let's hope we don't all get replaced by AI before before the strike's up. Although I'm hoping that this strike, the writer's strike leads to some send you privately later. Oh, okay, yeah, I will. I'll send you a message on Discord. Thank you. But yeah, I'm hoping with the writer's strike involving the stuff with the AI, um, I'm hoping that kind of leads somewhere to you know, art AI also being restricted by the same. It's really hard to draw and talk at the same time. I should have thought about that when I was starting this. I've been working on and off making a Tom and Jerry adaptation of my favorite Gumball episode, The Deal. Well, that's awesome. It's great. Yeah, this is like the first time that I've actually gone through with a project, and so I made it as simple as possible, which is I just had to do one image to get this live stream like thing going, and then try starting this as like a short-term project. But I'm always really impressed when people have their own like projects that they're able to like buckle down and kind of get through. Because I'm telling you that's a really hard thing to do, to finish something like, you know, even outside of the studio, never mind like alone, like on your own. There's a lot of decisions that you got to make, and you got to be sure of them. It's very stressful, and I commend anyone who is able to do that. Hey man, I really dig your art. Oh, thank you, Art Hammond. What's your favorite Looney Tunes character to draw, Jim? I mean I like Bugs Bunny, like to draw like Bugs, but yeah, I mean they all kind of have their own like fun to them, but Bugs is pretty fun just because of, you know, the shapes. He's got the egg shape. Oh, someone's torturing a cat. What's happening? Oh, I don't know. I like Bugs, but I could be biased because I've liked Bugs since I was a kid. I like kind of like teasing people who I'm close to, so, and had a tendency to do that since I was a kid, try to push people to their limits. And I like the instigators. Plus, I like him because he's hard to draw too. Hold on, let me look at the chat again. Can you please post more Looney Tunes model sheets for characters that already appeared that you haven't done? I I hate being told what to do, so the more that I'm told that, the less likely I am to post it. Uh, but most of the stuff that I think I've posted everything like so far. There's only a few that I know there's the Jerry uh model sheet that I haven't posted. I could probably do that. But then I gotta find the files. It's kind of a pain in the ass because I don't really organize my files all that properly on my computer. I have one folder called Looney Tunes, and it just has all the work that I've done for the past like few years. Gotta hop off for a bit, but I'll try popping back on later. So, all right, I'll see you. I'll see you later. If I don't see you back on here, I'll catch you on Discord. What Looney Tunes character matches with your personality, Jim? For me, it's Daffy Duck. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I do like I like Bugs because, I like instigators, but and I like assholes. Like it's that kind of stuff. I like characters who are, you know, have a little bit of a torturous element to them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. What Looney Tunes character have you seen Falling? Yes, yes, I absolutely have. We Well, while we were working on the Looney Tunes, I know for at least for me, I was playing them on the background like this, like I got going on right now. But the stuff that I have right now, I hope it's okay. It's supposed to all be public domain. Okay, let me get back to Daffy. Let's see, where do you want? Should we do a tongue? Yeah. Oh, I love this one. The colors in this. It's like it's like the colors are just bleeding all together. I really like that look. I don't have to care. I'm a grizzly bear. I don't think you saw this earlier question that I asked you, but I am planning to make a Looney Tunes adaptation. 42nd Street. Which tunes would fit each character? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't understand what that means. I don't think. So regarding male Looney Tunes characters playing female role, I am going to leave them as is and avoid reversing genders and having them in drag and things like that. Okay. All right. I don't know what that I don't know what that means. 42nd Street. I'm I'm not good with pop culture stuff either. If that's or I could just be stupid. I don't know. You'll be sorry. The movie Broadway play. I have not seen it, so I I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I like the music, man. That's this is a Broadway musical. Is that what that the other one was? Is a musical? 42nd Street? Grizzly bear. 42nd Street on Broadway ran from 1980 to 89, revived from. Well, it must be good. Are you a fan of old school Hanna-Barbera cartoons like Flintstones, Huckleberry? Yeah, I mean, I kind of I like a bit of everything. I don't really have like favorites. I mean, I like the 40s like Looney Tunes like era, but um, that's like my kind of favorite. But yeah, I also like Hanna-Barbera stuff. I think everything has its charm. I don't know. I think there's too much people saying this style's better than that style, and it's really all just a matter of choice, like a personal choice of like each individual, what uh, what floats their boat. So I'm always really hesitant to say I like one thing over another thing just because feels like people are asking to. I don't know. I don't know why you're asking. Actually, that's a good question. Why do people? Why would you like want to know if I was a fan of that stuff? Is it? I mean, if you like that stuff, you should don't don't look for you know other people's approval of like stuff that you like. If that's what's happened, so you'd say you're a connoisseur of animations. I mean I don't. I think I just like animation and uh more so I like trying to figure out how to draw in different styles and what you can like learn from different styles because there's a lot of stuff like honestly I wish I could draw in a like UPA-ish like style um like stuff that's like flat and doesn't take so much time to like render out each individual like wrinkle and stuff. But maybe that it's probably just my neuroses that like makes me uh get detailed in the drawing like as I'm putting in wrinkles right now. Like I don't have to do that, but like my mind is I don't know. YouTube recommending a 7 viewer stream by one of my favorite artists in the business. Is this real? Yes, this is real. But thank you for saying that. Thank you. It's very flattering. My worst critic is myself, and so it's nice to hear from outside sources because I spend most of the time beating myself up over what I'm doing, which is again, I think the reason why I I'd really like to try doing something like really like simplified. Like I did these comics like a long time ago where it was just like these stick figures like this, and it was just very simplistic, and you can get the joke across, and I don't know. I don't know. I kind of get roped into, not roped in. I don't want to say roped in. My own mind ropes me into this stuff. I get I get bored of with drawing what I'm drawing fairly easy. I have a tendency to not be able to concentrate too much. The reason I ask is because I always like understanding what motivates an artist's art style, what inspires their art style, and the way that they draw. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you like that stuff though, you should definitely like follow your own instincts, because that's something that happened to me. I think early on, I got roped into, you know, I I never got to work with like John Kay, and he's like an complete monster. So I'm glad I never got to like work with him. But during that time when I was like starting to uh, learn how to draw, I was, studying from his blog. And I think a lot of that is very like it stilts your ability to draw, because like it just makes it so that you're just kind of copying what certain rule sets that he follows. And I don't know. What Looney Tunes cartoons episode did you really like doing? I liked I really liked the April Fools uh one, because I liked the gags that were done uh uh in that. And I like the kind of dark humor when I saw the panels with Porky in a casket. I really really liked drawing that stuff. So you draw the sadness of the scene. In fact, I made a playlist of songs from song Looney Tunes written between 1953. That's awesome. If you can send it in the chat if you is it on YouTube, the playlist? And also, is it public domain? That's the other thing, because I got flagged even for stuff that was like really I think it was like classical music. I got like flagged for having playing in the background. I'm probably gonna get flagged for this episode. This is just a test. I'm gonna try to do this as like an episodic thing. Get a Practical Jerk was certainly a trip down friendly routes. Yeah, and I also like, you know going back to what I was like saying before. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but yeah, I feel like following the those lessons kind of it taught me how to draw in a certain way, but it also limited of in other ways of what I was willing to look at and what I wasn't willing to look at the time. And as I kind of grew um, out of that, I started to look at other stuff. And you know, I just I can find things that I like about almost any piece of animation. I mean, within reason, obviously. The playlist. I did a similar playlist to Tom and Jerry music. That's great too. But yeah. Like, you can see how long it takes me to draw and stuff. I'm a really slow drawer, and I am actually not that good, I don't think. I'm not. I just bang my head up against the wall. But I think that's probably what drawing is. It's just that we don't like see it all that often from people that we um, like look up to artistically. Some of John's blogs are an interesting read without the random spurts of resentment towards other shows airing at the time. Yeah, he's extremely resentful, and also, I mean, it's kind of like a cult leader attitude. It's more of like, everything else is wrong, you know? like, like no, everyone else is wrong. I'm right. Tom and Jerry playlist. Yes, the Tom and Jerry playlist. Ah, the Tom and Jerry playlist. Oh, am I gonna get flagged for commercials when commercials come up? I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. I don't know how any of this works. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. His arm can't be like this. It's not how his arm should be. I'll kill him. And I'll get away with it too. But yeah, I don't like it when there's when art starts to get uh you know almost religious, where like you have to follow certain rule sets. It should be, you know, you find your own way. I think for individual styles, like to try to find your individual style. That's what I'm mostly talking about. I will say what I love your art is that it's got that really old school vintage animation style from the 1940s, 50s, where there was still the hint of rubber hose. Yeah, I do, and that is like one of the things that I like. I also think that for me, it's kind of a cheat because, uh, like how I'm drawing, it's easier to like make this kind of shape look, you know, three-dimensional as opposed to like something that's more like solid. Like then I have to be, very precise like about it. And then in the more precise you get with like shapes like cylinders, like cuz cylinders are a pretty like precise like shape. Like they don't have like, you know, but you can see like this looks off, like this looks off because it's slightly off, whereas this is slightly off too, but you can't really tell because it's essentially it looks warped to begin with, so like you hide it in the style, and that's probably like one of the reasons why I tend to gravitate towards that error. Um, I think a lot of the stuff that and this is half the reason why I'm trying to do this is to really figure out, I know, like my own style. Because I don't feel like I have one. I feel like I'm just copying, and it's not, it's already been done. Have you seen Sunday Go to Meetin' Time? Have you seen Sunday Go to Meetin' Time? No, no, I haven't, but it sounds like a funny thing. Sunday Go to Meetin'. Can you draw Wario in your style? Yeah, I will eventually. What I what I think that art should be is that it should be more what the artist envisions and what motivates them. Different people draw in different ways, and I think that's how it should always be. Yeah, yeah, because especially I think just to be like happy as an artist, because eventually, you know, you have to kind of you're always like confronted by the stuff that haunts you when you're drawing, if that makes sense. I don't think it does. I think I'm half trying to concentrate on drawing and half trying to concentrate on talking and not sounding like an idiot. Um, how about Jungle Jitters? How how about Jungle Jitters? These are all titles probably, right? To the different cartoons. Yeah, I don't remember every single name, so I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to know right off the bat. But if you said something that happened in it, I would probably know. At first, I thought you were talking about the Rubber Biscuit song from the Blues Brothers. That's how. Yeah, that's a band 11-1. They were censored 11 cartoons. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm not familiar with the names of every single title, and I don't know. I've never really. Kind of the same way with like history stuff on this like stuff. Like I know the images of the people, of the artists, but I'm you know I'm not a big name person, so I kind of blank on names sometimes. And there was also a lot of people that worked on this stuff, so like way back when in the olden day. But yeah, I just don't know. I'm still trying to figure out like who I am as uh as an artist because I think I spend a lot of time drawing other stuff and I never really like finish any of my stuff and I really should, but I think a lot of it is also fear, like the fear of actually committing to anything. The wonderful 1930s. Well, the 1930s weren't that wonderful for everybody, you know. let's let's be clear on that. But yeah, the trying to like just like figure out who I am without drawing in the same style. I don't know. Hey, keep your hands to you. No. But if anyone has any questions, I'll answer them when I'm drawing. I just think I've run out of things to say. Wonder if Daffy just wants to retire at some point. He could want to retire, but I don't think he can help it. I think both him and Bugs are um, social vampires, and they feed off of others' misery. I think they need it for sustenance. Did you work on different shows that you worked on, like SpongeBob, Cuphead, etc., in the studio, or did you work remotely? I worked remotely on everything. I've been on the uh, I've been on the East Coast for ever. I haven't left the East Coast. I started off in the Boston animation scene, which is mostly ad work. It's very small studios, and they mostly survive off of commercial work, which is actually kind of fun. I like doing it. They're like shorts. It's like working on shorts. Like they're not you can kind of move on from an idea very quickly. Um, you get it done. It's only like a minute, you know. But yeah, I worked all by myself, all by my lonesome. I got to like go out there and see everybody a couple of times, um, but yeah, I don't really like I don't know a lot of like the behind the scenes like stuff that was going on there because I wasn't there. I was here um, because I'm a chicken because I am a chicken when it comes to I'm I've never really moved too far away from where I grew up, so um like literally I in the same town, so I'm too scared to leave. What was it? What are the working conditions like being an animator these days? Don't need to get too detailed. Well, I'm not really doing animation. I'm doing character design. Um, and I mean, it's hard for me to know like what's normal and what's not because, like I said, I came from Boston Animation where things are work really, really different than how they work in the industry. Sorry, I lost track of thought because I'm screwing up this eyebrow and I'm just hatching away at it now. I don't know where I'm going. I'm scared. What was I asking? Or rather being general. Okay, so yeah, in the animation industry in general, um, I haven't really experienced it because I kind of got into this during the pandemic, and so um, like a little bit before the pandemic and then the pandemic. So I don't really I like I'm not I'm not in a place where I could basically say um what it's like, what I know what it's like for me. What it's like for me is it's been really, really fun. Um and I'm kind of I'm kind of, you know, like happy with everything, but then again, I'm also working right now, and there's a lot of people who are out of work in the industry right now. And, it's because of the decisions that are being made by the CEOs this of these companies who are trying to like save a buck after buying stuff that they can't afford, like i.e., you know, buying uh buying uh, out an entire studio and then taking on the debt and then putting the debt onto artists and creators and I don't know. The whole thing right now, it seems like it sucks, but I've been in really bad situations before in Boston animation. Like I've been there's been I won't mention the studios because I don't know if they're still even around. Uh, but like there was one where I was there 3 days like 3 days straight. Like we didn't go home. Like we were there, um, trying to hit notes that we were getting. That was in Boston. That was when I was out of college too. So I kind of just went with the flow on that. But I ended up getting I I ended up getting focal dystonia from it and screwing up my hand. Um, so I've seen how bad uh, it can get, and I'm like worried now that like the industry is kind of like the industry on the West Coast is going to start to turn like the industry on the East Coast, and I've been there, and it's not pleasant. Don't even get started about the whole war, but yeah, I know. The Warner Brothers Discovery thing. Believe me, we're all living through it. Can you draw a piranha plant? A piranha plant. Sure. Do they have eyes? I forget. Or is it just polka dots? I have to do this by memory because my setup right now does not allow me to. But that's why I'm waiting until the HBO Max mass purging their own shows was insane. Yes, yeah, it definitely was, and I think it's cruel, to be quite frank. Like, it's time that people could be spending with their loved ones and don't spend with their loved ones so that they can spend it on, making a product like look good and then having it just um, get shelved, gone, never seen again. I don't know. I don't think I think that's cruel and it's just to save a buck. Massive luscious eyes. Okay. Hold on, let's get these eyes going. It's kind of like Kermit now. It's becoming Kermit. They have polka dots now. They have polka dots. Are you sure they have polka dots? Because I'm hearing that they have luscious eyes. Uh, that's not what I heard. I heard they have luscious eyes. A portion of why I'm doing this is to actually show, to air my dirty laundry about how I draw, because I'm not very organized when I draw. And I don't really have too much pre-thought um, when I'm drawing, and I'm hoping that this will shame me into starting to do that. So Kermit the Forbidden Eye Plant. Oh, look at those luscious lashes. Here, let's get some shading on this. I'll never look at a piranha plant without thinking of Kermit ever again. How does his... Should I make his tongue a little bit longer? Or keep it the same size? I think Kermit has a small tongue, doesn't he? It's a small triangular tongue. Oh wait, what layer am I drawing on right now? What are you gonna do with them? Why is this? Have I gone crazy? Oh, because they have the eraser on. Okay, that's why. Mewtwo, please? Wait, hold on. I gotta go back. Would you ever consider doing demos or tutorials on 40's character design? You have a great sense of construction. I honestly don't think I know enough to do that. But that could just be uh, me getting, you know, down on myself. I don't know. But the longer that I draw, the more I know how little I know. That's and uh, the more I start to like uh, the more I start to wonder if I can actually learn enough to uh, be in that position where I'm like teaching. Because I feel like, when people, I gotta figure this stuff out for myself, like before I can figure it out for other people. And because I don't know. I'm still learning. What is that? What is that emote? Is it someone getting really angry? That definitely that's definitely you being down south. Yeah, it could be. It could very well be. I wouldn't argue that point because that is something that I do to myself a lot. I if I am to do something like that, I would probably do it in like a book form, um, so that I have time to like kind of figure that stuff out for myself before I start to preach it. Because again, I don't know I'm still trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong, and if there actually is a right and a wrong. Like there probably isn't. It's just different styles of how you draw. Greetings. Would you consider giving classes online? I was just talking about that. I think if I was to do it, it would be in a book form. So I have time to kind of like go over everything that I'm telling other people because I don't want to be giving people bad information. Like I don't really think about what I'm doing when I'm drawing. I try to get into like a trans like state where I'm like just basically transcendental meditation where I'm just free form drawing, if that makes any sense. Um, So that's when I feel like I shine the most. Is when I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing it. And the tough thing about that is, you know, it's hard to focus that onto things, um, and to kind of explain what I'm doing to myself. I need to learn what I'm doing myself that makes uh, what I do, if it has appeal to it. I don't like. That's the thing. I'm still trying to figure out what is appealing to me. You know, I'd buy such a book. Well, that's very nice of you. I definitely will. I am gonna look into, doing that eventually. I just want more time to figure out what it is I'm gonna say that hasn't already been said. That's a big part of all this, is that I think all the information is pretty much there. What is this? Uh-oh. He's a nail biter. We got a nail biter going on. Hi, I'm Kermit the Frog. And his little digit hands with a bunch of his little digits. Mental breakdown. Let's see. What other shapes are there? And this is why you always look up an image. Did you study any shorts in particular when redesigning buds for the series? Um, in particular, no. Um, there were there's an era, like an era where um he's like in between, like, the Tex Avery and the Clampett, like right in between that, like those those two, that I think we were kind of going towards, like the Bob Givens like type of bugs. Um, there wasn't a specific like one, as much as there was like groups of them that I would just watch on repeat on the background. And I tried not to actually like, I really tried not to have the image like up, to have one solid image up. I tried to do it with just watching the cartoons over and over and over again. And the reason why I did that was because like the design really does, like, it is very fluid. Um, and it changes. So I think in order to get like a good overall look, um, or at least how I was able to attack it, and how I was able to think about it, to allow me to do it, it was more not like trying to not look at one individual image, but more so the the movies, the shorts, like, not the movies, the shorts themselves. 'Cause I'm gonna watch him. Uh, that's another. I love Popeye too. The early early stuff. All right, now I'm just gonna. I'm getting too caught up in watching this. Up, 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 up. I woke up early and should go back to sleep, but I might not be able to now. Oh, hey! Hey, how's it going? No, you should definitely get some sleep if you're if you're up. I don't know what time it is there. I know here it's almost 1 o'clock, so I can only imagine what it is there. But yeah, as far as like what the industry like is going right now, I feel that I'm hoping that the strikes really do start to get the companies to see what they're stupidly doing. It's 7 in the morning, but I'm a night owl. Yeah, that you've ceased to be a night owl and start to become an early bird when when it's 7 in the morning. I will. I'm gonna do this more often. I'm just starting to like get the stream set up and figure out how I'm able to do all this stuff. Um, I'm still kind of learning stream. Was it Streamlab? Streamlabs. Is pixels on your phone? Yeah, it's basically I figured that this is the only setup that I have right now is for YouTube, and I'm looking into getting a different aspect ratio because I think there's a way to do it on like through Instagram to go live, but I got to figure that out. Toot toot. I'll see you later. I'll see you in the Discord. Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh. Oh, okay. I think that was a follower. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you for following. Let's see. Do some animation before I go to bed. Okay, I'll see you later. I hope these strikes result in positive change. But this AI stuff alongside that is not so. It's also not so good. Yeah, the AI stuff is pretty worrisome because it's not going to. I think a lot of people are thinking like, oh, it's gonna replace. It's not gonna replace. It's just gonna make the workers get paid less. Like it's essentially just going to be. It's going to be something where you are they'll have AI write up a script and then they'll have like one writer start to like punch up that script. And so instead of paying like 10 to like 20 like individuals, now you're just putting all that work on one person and they're not going to pay that person like more. So it's going to starve a lot of people, and I don't think a lot of people care. Like to be quite honest, like the common everyday people, like they're I don't think they understand the seriousness of like AI. It's it can come after anyone's job. It's not just like creative work, you know. Do I have any free frames here? Yeah, let's do something new. Oh, what is going on? Why is my computer frozen? There it goes. There it goes. Oh no. What is going on? Why is... There we go. Who are you? I guess no springs then. Hmm. No, it cannot be undone. Jesus. How did you find yourself working under Warner Brothers? It must have been a once in a lifetime opportunity to be part of something that. Um, yeah, that actually it was all like luck, to be quite honest. Like, Pete found my Instagram, and I hadn't um I didn't really know what was going on until I was contacted. Um, and I was kind of working at like a job where I really did not like. Um, I was like, it was not a good place in my career or life, and this just came up, and I'm extremely lucky that I was like seen. Um, I think uh, when people like ask, as in like how to like break into the industry, like I have to answer I have no clue because I've all I could say is get like a four-leaf clover or something. I don't know what I did to be able to get seen. Um, I don't know how anyone came across my stuff, but I just was posting um, every day after after work, and but yeah, it was pretty much like a gift from the beyond, like that I was able to be a part of this like thing. It's been ex- just an extreme amount of fun to get to like work on this stuff. And a lot of this, like I'm still learning too. Like so a lot of this was like when I first like started out, I was not anywhere like close to where I am like now with drawing the characters. Um, and that's a good portion of that is like Alex Caron, who like was kind of like teaching me like through like notes that I would get on like the models, the turnarounds and stuff. It's either get lucky or supercharge your nepotism. Art history never changes. Yeah, it's basically there's only a couple of routes in, and although I really have to say I think that it's gonna start to change because I don't know how this strike is gonna go, like how long the strike's gonna go on for with the Writers Guild. Um, but I think companies like the studios are gonna start to find like you know people making their own stuff, streaming their own stuff. And I don't know if that's going to be like lucrative enough to get people to, you know, keep their head above water. Probably not. I don't know. I'm just starting this stuff out myself. I don't know how to monetize it really. Um, but I think that's going to start to change the studio's like mind a bit, just because I think most people kind of watch stuff on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe it's anecdotal. But I just think that most people are consuming content through like YouTube or Twitch or online streaming like services and not so much through cable or like yeah, really even Netflix, I don't know. An indie yeah, exactly, an indie revolution. I do think that that's a possibility. I don't think it's too out there in left field, but I don't know how lucrative like it is, like if people are able to actually like make a career like out of it, and how many people are able to make a career out of it, because you saturate the market too when if everyone's doing it. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. Should do a barking head here. Always a flood of new talent and unique stuff until the market gets solved and it's back to square one. Yeah, I think there's whatever like happens, I know that it's definitely something's gonna give, like something's gonna change. It's just who's gonna get hurt in the process of it, which makes it kind of concerning being a part of it, but I don't like this back eye here. It's not falling on the head right. It's too spaced over. Maybe this one needs to get a little bit closer. Sacrifice yourself for a better tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, it's some scary times, but hopefully we can get through them and hopefully get through them not so beat up. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. My little darling Pudgy. Ah! let's finish up on some of these. Will there be a recording of the stream available later? I'd love to revisit this tomorrow and break down some of the sketches. Yeah, I think it does. I don't know if it's gonna still be up. I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged for having the cartoon content in the background playing. I I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that because I don't know if I get flagged for it. I think the video gets like taken down. Um, but it should be up. I don't know. It's probably. How do you choose your colors for these? Um, well, you know what? I'll go through the process of it like while I'm doing it. So I just usually like start with like an overall like color like for it. Like I'm gonna have it like a brown dog. So I'm just getting the base color in, and then I work off the color wheel, um, pulling the hue um, slightly from, like, so for something like this, I would take it a little bit towards like the cool like end and then desaturate it. And that would be like what I would use for like, this might be a little bit too dark for an eyelid, but something like that. And then I just kind of like tweak as I go along. So, you know, I'm throwing down the color, but I'll start to play around with it. Like I'll go like I kind of like a little bit more of like the red like tones. And then I probably darken it up a little bit. And then I'll go back in and adjust the color. So I'm kind of just like playing around with it as I go. Um, it's really just like a feel thing, like for me when I'm doing it. Like feel as I go. I also I try not to use like pure like white, like just so that I can add some shine like to it if I like want to for like if I wanted to add in like a little bit of a highlight, I can do it. But if I went straight to like pure white, I won't be able to add in some highlights. You could do it the other way too. You can like do the shading and stuff, but I usually like using the feel as you go like technique, which isn't really a technique, I guess. It's just me stumbling around in the dark until I find something. But that is how I draw. Like I can't really be embarrassed by it. I gotta own it. and then I'll try to stay within this like color hue, like so I won't go too far away from like the red. Um, but like for his like muzzle and stuff, let's see, how does this look? Let's play around with the color a bit. Yeah, like so it's still in the red, like reddish area. And then I make sure that I'm snagging the right color here. Oops. And so we'll probably do something like this for the rims of the eyes, maybe. But see, this is like the exact reason why I want to get my shit together before I do any type of like tutorial or anything like that, because I really don't know what I'm doing, to be quite honest. I'm just feeling around in the dark and hoping I hit something. Every single time I go to draw something, I feel like I'm not going to be able to actually get the thing done. I most certainly have. And then I'll go in sometimes and like put some rose on their cheeks, maybe, or where the extremities like come out, where the blood flow would be. Give it a little. I always have a clear image of what I want in my head until my hand touches the canvas. Yeah, same. Then it's shooting in the dark for me too. Yeah, that's what I feel like it's like. I and also like I, it's good to hear like it's good to hear that other people are like kind of doing it that way too, because it does feel like I'm. Why is this not? How do I get on here? Why is this not? Oh, right, I forgot. Gotta get a new brush here. Um, it's hard to tell if it's like just you as like a person or if it's like everybody, if everybody does that. But that's why I wanted to do this is to like kind of dispel any type of like idea. If anyone had any idea that I knew what I was doing, I wanted to dispel that. I wanted to make sure that people understood that, um, at least for me, a lot of this is, um, you know, still very confusing. So I hope that gives hope to anybody who's like looking up to what I'm doing right now. I would like to get it across that it doesn't come easy to me. So don't ever get like down on yourself if it's not coming easy to you, because I think that's how it happens to everyone. I think just everyone has a hard time with doing it, like finishing an image. It's a difficult task, and I think it has a lot of I don't know, it's a psychology thing, I think. It's just you're afraid of putting down that mark and being wrong. That's why I don't like the idea of like certain styles are right and certain styles are wrong, because it just feeds into that. Maybe for the inside of his mouth, I pull it a little bit to like the purple. We'll see. Let's see if this works. No. Um, yeah, exactly. You want to get it all right on the first shot. And the thing is that I don't think that's how art's like done. And or at least I hope that's not how art's done, because if it is, then I'm not doing it. I'm not making a very good go of it if I'm supposed to get it on the first shot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like to sometimes like pull in a little bit of a complementary like color, but I don't think this is gonna work. Maybe. We'll see once we get the tongue going. Superman. And let's see, something a little bit more saturated, maybe. Now I'm just gonna play around with the colors just in general. Once I got like enough of a palette like down, then I can start. Let's do some color balance. Ha 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 ha. What is it? So it's becoming an AI art spitting machine, but you are actually making the art, you know. Not actually. Yeah, right. But it does work very similar to like AI, I think, where you're just snagging different things that you like and then trying to get as close as you can, like to those things, and then ending up hitting a something entirely different. And sometimes that's, that's appealing. I don't know. No, I'm not touching this ear right now. Try to get the nose in. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just make this and see what this looks like, maybe. Beware, you fools. I like the mumbling read of the angry monologue. Nobody respects me. I don't know. Let's see. And I'll try to figure out like what I'm gonna do with this channel, because I think I might have people like in here to talk so that it's not as boring, and I don't know if having music in the background is going to be a help or a hindrance to having people watch. I don't know. A lot of this stuff I feel is like boring to actually like watch. It's like I don't know how it's gonna come across to the public. Having multiple people on would be nice to listen. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it won't be as bad with like the copyright infringement if I'm like playing like, instead of playing this stuff. Oh shit. It's almost 2 o'clock here. All right. I gotta call it a night. But it was very nice getting to draw with all of you, and I hope to see you all again. And I'll try to get this onto a schedule, and we'll see what I can turn this into if it's something that people will like. But until then,